We have some Assassin's Creed rumors and some rumors again about Banjo Kazooie being in development, plus some smaller game updates. So let's get into it. It's been an interesting couple of weeks for Ubisoft with everything that's been going on with the DLC for certain games that people have bought not being able to be playable after September 1st, for the news that we got that Assassin's Creed Liberation HD seemingly wasn't going to be able to be downloaded or played or anything like that, even if you had bought it after September 1st, but they did come out and clarify that if you had bought Assassin's Creed Liberation HD, you would be able to still access it. But all of this stuff has really pointed to a future of gaming digitally that is going to be very interesting to see how people adapt and how it goes forward, if people are still going to be able to access all the stuff that they have in their catalog. One of the biggest franchises at Ubisoft is Assassin's Creed, with their last Assassin's Creed games, their last three, these big, huge open world RPGs that really has split the community. Some people love it, some people didn't like them. I'm on the side that I really enjoyed the last three Assassin's Creed games. I thought they were great. I thought the worlds were beautiful, the gameplay was fun, and they had some pretty cool stories as well. But after Assassin's Creed Valhalla, there has been a bunch of rumors as to what was going to be coming next. And there are two games right now that we can look forward to when it comes to Assassin's Creed, with one of them here seemingly the setting being confirmed. So the two games that we know of that haven't been announced yet are Assassin's Creed Infinity, which will be just a big culmination of all of the Assassin's Creed worlds into one big game. And then there is this smaller game that is supposed to be coming out in 2023 that is going to feature Basim from Assassin's Creed Valhalla as the main character. And apparently this game is Assassin's Creed Rift. And this is according to Jason Schreier from Bloomberg, who also says here, after that will be AC Infinity. And while that's going to include a bunch of different games, experiences, biomes, whatever you want to call them, I've heard about the main two, and neither of them are Aztec. And when talking about Aztec, the reason he's referring to that is because earlier yesterday there was this rumor here, and ACG, Jeremy Penter, tweeted this out saying next AC game will be Aztecs, which is not one that anyone has really heard about. Jason Schreier says here on Reset Air, saying would be some wacky time travel shenanigans if Basim went to the Aztec Empire. I've also heard about the two main games in development as a part of AC Infinity, and neither of them are Aztec. Maybe there's some super secret spin-off in production somewhere, but I haven't heard of it. So lots of rumors right now with Assassin's Creed, what the next game is going to be. I would say that the two things a lot of people have heard about previous to it being confirmed that Baghdad was the next setting and the game was going to be called Rift there were those two spin-offs, AC Infinity and then the smaller one with Basim, and that's going to be the more stealth-based approach to Assassin's Creed. But it will be very interesting to see. We know that they are going to be talking about Assassin's Creed more and revealing what's to be coming next for the franchise at the event in September. And this is a huge franchise for Ubisoft. It's a huge franchise for video games. So hopefully with this next iteration of Assassin's Creed, it's something that a lot of people are going to be excited for, want to play. And I'm all for going back to the more stealth-based original style of Assassin's Creed game and then giving us that bigger one later down the line, because those big Assassin's Creed games like Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Odyssey, and Origins, you can play those for hundreds and hundreds of hours, that you don't always need a new yearly release of that size of Assassin's Creed games. So the game that everybody wants back but seems to never get back is Banjo Kazooie. And it's a game that it's been in the rumors so many times, and it is here again. So take this one with a major grain of salt. And the rumor is that it might be in development right now. So this is a game that was rumored to be being shown off or being announced, something along those lines, with the Xbox and Bethesda showcase. And obviously that didn't happen. And it's a game that when you sit back and think about it, it seems like such a no-brainer for Xbox to revive and give to gamers, give to Xbox, give it to Xbox Game Pass, make it that big, awesome 3D platformer that fills that gap for that genre as a first-party Xbox game that people want to pick up an Xbox or get into the ecosystem to play. But it just seemingly isn't happening. But there is this rumor that may give a little bit of hope. But like I said, take it with a big grain of salt. And this comes via two insiders. So there is the Reset Era insider Nate Drake, who last month revealed that the Xbox and Bethesda showcase, there was going to be a new Banjo game in development that was going to be revealed. And now This rumor is being apparently corroborated by the Spanish Xbox insider Extus, I'm not sure if I said that name right, who confirms that the Banjo game is indeed coming, but they don't have any more information about that. They do mention that it could be being in development here by the Sackboy developer Sumo Digital, but that's really it. That's all speculation. There is a good point here in this article that if you had to take a guess behind who would be making this game, Playtonic Games makes a ton of sense, especially with the ukulele games that they made kind of the spiritual successors to Banjo Kazooie. But this is a rumor that has been going around for a long time. I think it's one of those really popular rumors to talk about and to get on the bandwagon for, just because it's a game that so many people want to see come back. And honestly, if Banjo Kazooie does eventually make its way back to Xbox, I'm not going to be that surprised at this point because of all the people that have been asking for it, the community that have been clamoring for it. We know with the game itself, with the IP, Rare currently working on Sea of Thieves, trying to get Everwild ready to eventually be shown off and then hopefully released in the next couple of years, with the development issues that have been going on with that, or at least in terms of what we've heard, how they've kind of had to completely redo the game and start from scratch and have all these different ideas coming in for it. But it doesn't seem like Rare is going to have any time to work on a Banjo Kazooie game, and not that they don't want to bring it back, it's that they need to find a developer to be able to make the game. And I think that's where the issue is coming in, because it is a very popular IP, a very popular franchise with lots of nostalgia. So you don't just want anybody making Banjo Kazooie. You want to make sure that if a developer gets the go ahead to work on a new Banjo Kazooie game, they do a great job. And it is a game that the people who've loved the old ones are happy about. And then it's a game that will bring new generations, and then they're going to be able to see what this franchise is all about and want to continue to play it throughout the years. So for all of you Bayonetta fans out there, yesterday was a pretty big day where the official announcement finally came for the release date of Bayonetta 3, a game that has been a long time coming. People are getting more and more worried as to how this game was doing in development, because we just really hadn't heard or seen anything about it for a while. But Nintendo finally put out this trailer showing off Bayonetta 3, which, by the way, looks absolutely amazing. And I absolutely love the Bayonetta franchises. Played the first two, thought they were great games, so very much looking forward to this game. And after seeing this trailer, I'm even more excited with some of the enemies, the new witch in the game, some of the big bosses that you're going to be fighting. And at the end of this trailer, they officially announced that the game is going to be making its way out onto the Nintendo Switch on October 28th, 2022. So if this is a game that you were looking forward to, you now have an official release date for it. Another big holiday release game. Obviously, it is a Nintendo Switch exclusive, so you do need to pick up that platform to play it. And that's not all. There was this as well that was announced. If you're looking forward to this game and you want to pick up the special edition of it, there was the Bayonetta 3 Trinity Masquerade Edition that was shown off here. You can see you get some art, you get the art book, you also get the game, and then you get it all in this Trinity Masquerade package. This is going to go up for sale and pre-sale on the Nintendo site and on other websites as well. It isn't up there yet, but keep your eye out on the Masquerade Edition if you're looking to pick that up. And quickly jumping over here to a really cool Xbox Series S that was announced. It is one that you have to win the sweepstakes for, but it was announced here by the TMNT official Twitter account saying, "Game over, dudes. Comment Turtle Power sweepstakes for your chance to win the exclusive TMNT Shredder's Xbox." Entry ends on July 21st. And what this is, it's a pretty awesome looking custom Xbox Series S. You can see everything you got going on here. You can even see Shredder, I mean, punching through the Xbox itself. But it's just kind of another example of some of the cool things you can do with the Xbox Series S. Some of the cool special editions we've seen. There was like that Sonic one. There were all the Lego Star Wars ones and a bunch of other ones that they have put out over the lifespan so far of the Xbox Series S. It's a great marketing ploy. It's a great way to get people to see what the Xbox Series S, if they don't know about what it is yet, but they do like the actual product that's being marketed with it, such as TMNT. But very cool. So if you want to enter the sweepstake, make sure to go over to their Twitter account. And when talking about TMNT, specifically TMNT Shredder's Revenge, that was a huge game that released a couple of weeks ago directly into Xbox Game Pass on day one. And there's an update here from Tribute Games saying that they have sold 1 million copies in its first week, which is crazy to think about, because again, this is a game that released into Game Pass day one where people didn't have to buy it. But even with that, it still sold 1 million copies in 1 week for a retro beat 'em up side-scrolling arcade game that obviously has a ton of nostalgia, but it's another one of these games that can show that even if you are to release this into Xbox Game Pass on day one, you're still going to be able to sell tons of copies. If the game is good, people want to play, people know about it, and if you put it out on other platforms, people are going to be going ahead and buying this. It'll be very interesting to see how much this sold on Xbox on top of people playing it with Xbox Game Pass. I'm sure there was tons of sales on Xbox as well as on PS4, Switch, PC, anywhere else that you can play the game. But very happy to see this, and it's pretty cool that these old retro beat 'em up style of games still are doing very well in 2022, which will hopefully give us more content, hopefully get some DLC for this game, and some other older beat 'em ups will make its way out to the current gen consoles. That's it for me, guys. Let me know your thoughts on the Assassin's Creed rumors and the rumor of Banjo Kazooie being in development, particularly being worked on by Sumo Digital. What do you think about the TMNT Series S selling 1 million copies in just 1 week? And are you going to be playing Bayonetta 3 when it comes out on the Nintendo Switch? If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that thumbs up button. If you're new here and you liked what you saw, consider hitting that subscribe button. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for your support, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.